Ever stop to think about how your body heals a simple cut? Or, even crazier, how you grew from a single tiny cell into the person you are right now? Well, it's not magic. It's this incredible biological engine that's constantly at work inside you. So let's dive in and see how it all works.
Okay, so I want you to just look at this number for a second. 60 billion. That's a massive, almost unimaginable figure. What on earth could this possibly represent in our everyday lives?
Yep, that's it. Every single day, your body sheds about 60 billion cells. They just die off, part of their normal life cycle, or maybe from a little wear and tear, which, brings up a pretty big question. How are we not just disappearing? And that's just one piece of the puzzle. The other, maybe even bigger piece, is this. Every single one of us started out as one cell. Just one. So how does that one cell multiply into the trillions of cells that make up a baby, a kid, and eventually a full-grown adult? How does a broken bone manage to knit itself back together? Well, the answer to all these massive questions, from how we grow to how we repair ourselves, is all down to one single, really elegant process. It's the hero of our story today, a type of cell division called mitosis. So here's the bottom line. Mitosis is how the body makes more of its general, everyday cells. We're talking skin cells, bone cells, liver cells, the whole shebang. This process isn't for making offspring. It's for making more of you. Think of it like a photocopy machine on a microscopic scale. And the lingo is super simple, actually. You start with one parent cell, and after it does its thing and divides, you wind up with two daughter cells. And the most important word here is identical. These new cells have the exact same genetic blueprint as the original. And this image, it shows you the endgame perfectly. One cell pinching in the middle, just about to become two complete independent cells. But, and this is a big but, before this can happen, the cell has a ton of prep work to do. I mean, think about it. If you're going to make two perfect copies of something, you can't just slice the original in half. That wouldn't work. First, you have to duplicate the most important part of all, the instruction manual, the genetic code. You see, a cell isn't dividing 24/7, not at all. Most of its life is spent in a phase called interphase. You can think of this as the cell's regular 9 to 5. It's growing, it's doing its job, and when the time is right, it's getting everything ready for the big show, division. It's pure logic, right? You can't give two new cells a complete instruction manual if you've only got one copy to start with. So the number one most critical job during interphase is making a flawless, perfect copy of its entire DNA library. Okay, now this diagram is super important for understanding what happens next. In our human cells, we have 46 chromosomes. Before the cell divides, it copies every single one. But, and look closely, you don't end up with 92 separate chromosomes. Instead, you get 46 beefed-up, double-stranded chromosomes. Each one looks like an X now, where both sides of that X are perfect copies, basically handcuffed together, ready to be pulled apart. All right, so the DNA is copied. The cell has done its homework. Now it's time for the main event, the 4 stages of mitosis itself. It might sound complicated, but we can break it down pretty easily. And to make it even easier, there's a fantastic little acronym to help us remember the order. PMAT. That's PMAT. It stands for prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Let's walk through them one by one. First up, P is for prophase. I like to think of the P as standing for prepare or package. That long, stringy DNA gets all coiled up and condensed into those classic X-shaped chromosomes you can see here. The cell is basically packing its genetic luggage for the move. Next up, M for metaphase, and M is easy. It's for middle. Tiny little protein threads grab onto those 46 doubled chromosomes and pull them into a perfect, single-file line right down the cell's equator. This organization is absolutely critical for a clean, even split. Then comes A for anaphase. Think A for away or apart. Those protein threads contract and literally pull the X-shaped chromosomes in half. One copy gets yanked to the left pole of the cell, the other copy gets yanked to the right. And just like that, each side of the cell now has its own complete set of 46 chromosomes. And finally, T for telophase. T here stands for 2. The cell itself starts to pinch in the middle and a brand new nucleus forms around each of the 2 complete sets of DNA. You are literally moments away from having 2 distinct cells.
And this isn't just some drawing in a textbook. This is the real deal. Just look at this. This is an actual micrograph of cells caught in the act. You can literally see the different stages playing out all at once. Like, here are some cells in prophase. And oh, right there you can spot that perfect straight line of metaphase and the clear separation of anaphase. This beautiful, intricate dance is happening in your body billions of times a day.
So, okay, we've gone through all the microscopic details. Let's zoom back out and see how this incredible four-step dance solves those big puzzles we started with. At the end of one full cycle, what do we have? Success. We've turned one parent cell into two perfect daughter cells, each with a complete identical set of DNA, totally ready to get to work and perform its function in the body. Remember this number, 60 billion. We started by thinking of this as a loss, the number of cells you lose every day. But now we can see the other side of that coin. This is also the number of new cells your body has to create every single day just to break even. And it's all thanks to the engine of mitosis. And that, right there, is the crucial takeaway. This relentless, perfectly orchestrated cycle is the engine of life. It's how a single cell becomes trillions. It's how your skin replaces itself every few weeks. And it's how a broken bone heals. It's constant renewal. And just to leave you with one last kind of wild thought, while we humans have our 46 chromosomes, that number doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. A potato actually has more than us, with 48. And a hermit crab, it has over 250. It's just a great reminder that biology is full of surprises, and that the real complexity isn't always in the numbers. It's in these incredible processes like mitosis that make life possible.